Zhang Linghe and Tian Shiwei. In just the first 20 seconds of this video, you'll immediately feel a distinct tension. An official confession has finally emerged, unveiling a mystery that had only been whispered and speculated upon. For weeks, fans have been intrigued. Every small interaction, every smile caught on camera, and even a fleeting behind-the-scenes moment has been the subject of endless analysis. Many speculated that there was something more than a professional relationship between them. However, like all stories too good to be true, the truth finally came in an unexpected way. The agency that manages the two finally issued an official statement. And that's where everything changed. The statement not only answered curiosity, but also triggered a wave of emotions far greater than anyone imagined. In the entertainment world full of boundaries and image, a confession like this is no small matter. The words they choose, the tone they use, even the pauses in their sentences have become something fans have analyzed deeply. Interestingly, the agency didn't explicitly state their relationship status. However, the way they portrayed Zhang Linghe and Tian Shiwei's closeness opened up a wider field of interpretation. A natural and comfortable closeness was mentioned, making many feel that this wasn't just an ordinary coworker. And of course, the internet never stays silent. Within minutes of the statement's release, various platforms were filled with comments. Some were touched, others shocked, and quite a few felt like their dreams had finally come true. Loyal fans of Zhang Linghe expressed their happiness. For them, seeing their idol find someone who made her smile genuinely was priceless. Meanwhile, supporters of Tian Shiwei also showed equally emotional reactions. However, like two sides of a coin, not all reactions were positive. Some fans felt a sense of loss, as if the fantasy they had built had been shattered in an instant. This is the harsh reality of fandom, where feelings can be deeply personal. What made this story even more compelling was the resurfacing of old footage. Behind-the-scenes clips that might have once been taken for granted were now seen in a new light. A small smile, a brief glance, even a pause in conversation. Everything seemed to take on new meaning. One moment in particular was particularly talked about. A short video shows Tian Shiwei laughing, while Zhang Linghe stares at her with an inexplicable expression. The gaze isn't just friendly. There's something deeper, something that's now crystal clear. The chemistry between them isn't new. From the beginning of their work together, many have sensed a distinct connection. But back then, everything could still be attributed to professionalism and acting ability. Now, after the agency's statement, all the pieces of the puzzle are starting to come together. What once seemed like coincidence now seems like a clue that had been overlooked. A story slowly taking shape before our eyes, without us even realizing it. Interestingly, neither Zhang Linghe nor Tian Shiwei have made any detailed personal comments. Their silence only adds to the tension. In a world filled with noise, silence can be the most powerful statement. Many wonder, is this the beginning of something bigger? Or is this just a temporary phase magnified by public attention? These questions continue to swirl, with no definitive answers. But one thing is undeniable. This story has touched many hearts. There's something universal in their story, about closeness, about possibility, and about feelings growing in unexpected places. Amid all the speculation, there's also a lesson to be learned. That behind their celebrity status, they're still just ordinary people. They feel the same things we do: comfort, attraction, and maybe love. Fans are now in a waiting phase, waiting for further clarification, waiting for a new moment, or perhaps just waiting for time to reveal everything. Meanwhile, their videos are constantly replayed. Every second is analyzed, every expression is scrutinized. It's as if everyone is trying to find answers that might actually be right before their eyes. And herein lies both the beauty and the mystery of this story. Not everything needs to be explained explicitly. Sometimes, it's the uncertainty that makes things feel more alive. Are they just close friends? Or is this the beginning of a love story that slowly blossoms behind the camera? No one really knows. But one thing is for sure. The world is watching, and the hearts of many are involved. And perhaps, amidst all this speculation and emotion, we're reminded of one simple thing, that even in a scripted world, there are feelings that can't be written. However, the longer the story unfolds, the more it feels like there's something different about their dynamic. Many entertainment industry observers are starting to speak out, not to confirm their relationship, but to highlight how natural the interactions between Zhang Linghe and Tian Shiwei feel, unconventional, without the pressure of cameras. Several production crew members who have worked with them have even anonymously shared their impressions. They mention that the two are often seen spending time together outside of filming, not in a professional context, but simply chatting casually. It's little things like this that make speculation even more difficult to contain. Meanwhile, entertainment media began to gather snippets of stories from various sources, not to judge but to understand. And the more stories emerged, the more a consistent pattern emerged, a closeness that grew slowly, without sensationalism, yet full of meaning. There were also moments when Zhang Linghe seemed more protective than usual. At an event, he reflexively made sure Tian Shiwei didn't trip while walking on stage. It was a simple gesture, but enough to keep thousands of people online talking about it for days. Furthermore, the changes in their expressions when they were together also became a topic of concern. Many fans noticed that their smiles felt different when they were around each other. Warmer, more genuine, and difficult to fake. Over time, new theories emerged trying to explain this relationship. Some believed they had been secretly dating for a long time. Others argued that the closeness had only developed recently, as their time together intensified. But amidst all these theories, one thing that remained constant was the support from the vast majority of fans. They chose not to press too hard or demand clarification, but instead to savor every shared moment, no matter how small. This phenomenon demonstrates a shift in how fans view their idols. They are no longer simply figures to be perfect, but individuals entitled to their own happiness. And in this case, that happiness seems intertwined. And as time goes by, the public's attention seems unabated. Every new appearance by Zhang Linghe and Tian Shiwei always attracts attention, as if the world is waiting for the next clue that could clarify their relationship. Interestingly, it is in the simplest moments that the two are most honest. Not on a grand stage or in official interviews, but in fleeting moments captured by chance, a light laugh, a brief conversation, or even a comfortable silence. Many are beginning to believe that whatever their relationship is, it is built on a solid foundation, mutual trust. And in a stressful industry like this, having someone to turn to is invaluable. Ultimately, whether this story will develop into something more concrete or remain a beautiful mystery, only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, this journey has created a story that is not only interesting to follow, but also touches the deepest emotional side of anyone who witnesses it.